Today we are going to learn about the genetic disorder that is sickle cell anemia. This is again a Mendelian disorder, and in this disorder, the autosomal chromosome is having a recessive. This is autosome linked recessive trait. That means this gene is present on an autosome, and this gene is recessive. So this trait is autosome linked recessive trait, sickle cell anemia. Now, this can be transmitted to the offspring when both the parents are carrier for the gene. That means when both the parents are heterozygous, so they both can have recessive, homozygous recessive progeny. So the progeny, if the child is homozygous recessive, then that child would be having this disease, sickle cell anemia. Now, this disease is controlled by a single pair of allele. And what is that allele? HB. HB is for hemoglobin. Hemoglobin A is the normal, and hemoglobin S is the sickle cell. So these are the alleles, HBA and HBS. So what would be the probable genotypes? There can be three combinations: HBA, HBA, that would be normal person. HBA, HBS would be the carrier of the disease, and HBS, HBS would be the affected person. Because HBS, HBS, when they are in the homozygous condition, they will have this disease of sickle cell anemia. Now, out of these three possible genotypes, these are the three possible genotypes: HBA, HBA, both dominant. Here, one dominant, one recessive, heterozygous condition, and this is homozygous recessive condition, HBS, HBS. Now, only homozygous individuals for HBS, that is HBS, HBS, will show the disease phenotype. Now, the heterozygous individuals, what are the heterozygous individuals? HBA, HBS, are the carriers of this disease, as there is 50% probability of transmission of the mutant gene to the progeny. Because HBA and HBS, there are 50% chances that they would be having homozygous recessive condition in the progeny. So the 50% probability is there of the transmission of the mutant gene to the progeny. Now, this defect is caused by the substitution of glutamic acid by valine. Now, this glutamic acid and valine, they both are amino acids which are formed by the codon. One codon is responsible for formation of glutamic acid, and the codon which is responsible for the formation of glutamic acid is at the 6th position of the beta globin chain of hemoglobin molecule. That means the hemoglobin molecule is formed by the number of amino acids, and out of these number of amino acids, at 6th position, there is a code which is coding for the glutamic acid. Now, if there is mutation in that code, in that gene, it will, rather than making glutamic acid, it will make valine. So valine is again an amino acid, but this change would result in a sickle cell anemia. Now, the substitution of amino acid in the globin protein, this is a protein which is made up of various amino acids, results due to the single base substitution. Only one base is substituted at the 6th codon. So it is at the 6th position. First 5 amino acids are same. At the 6th position of the beta globin gene. This is a gene, and from for glutamic acid it is GAG, and it will change to the GUG. and this GUG will form valine amino acid. The mutant hemoglobin molecule undergoes polymerization under low oxygen tension, causing the change in the shape of the RBC. Now, in normal cases, the shape of the RBC is biconcave. But in case of sickle cell anemia, the shape of the RBC is like a sickle. So that's why the name is given sickle cell anemia. So the mutant hemoglobin molecule undergoes polymerization under low oxygen tension, causing the change in the shape of the RBC from biconcave disc to elongated sickle-like structure. Hence the name sickle cell anemia. Now look at this. These are parents. Genotypes are HbA. A is for normal hemoglobin and S is for sickle hemoglobins. So HbA and HbS. This is the parental, mother is having this genotype. That means mother is a carrier. Okay. This half shade means she is a carrier. Now, father is having HbA, that is for normal hemoglobin, and HbS. S is for sickle hemoglobin. So, substitution hemoglobin. Substitution is sickle. So, father is also half shaded. That means father is also heterozygous. Mother is heterozygous, father is heterozygous. Now, in first F1 generation, and that chances are, the probabilities are that the son may have HbA, normal son. The son would again be the carrier, HbA, HbS. The daughter can be the carrier, HbA, HbS, because this is autosomal disease. So both can have the son and the daughter. And this daughter would be affected. This daughter would have sickle cell anemia because she has received HbS and HbS. So if there is homozygous recessive condition, then this disease occurs. So no blood disorder here. These are the normal. These are sickle cell trait. They are having the trait in them. They are having the gene HbS in them, but they are not affected. They are not showing that disease. They are the carriers of the disease. And here these are they are showing the disease, and they are phenotypes. They are the disease phenotypes. They are showing the disease because they are homozygous recessive. Now just see this. So HbA and HbS, both parents are heterozygous. So these can be the results which we have just seen. 25% is normal, 25% carrier, 25% carrier, and 25% is affected. Now see this. This is homozygous. This is, both are heterozygous. Half shaded means both are heterozygous, and these both are heterozygous. So they are having one normal. This blue color is wild type. Wild type means normal, and red color is homozygous. So homozygous would show the affected. So that means these are affected. So normal daughter, normal son, carrier daughter, and affected son. Now this normal daughter is marrying with a carrier son, a carrier male, and the result would be the progeny is normal daughter, normal son, and a carrier son. Here, normal son and normal daughter, because these two are absolutely normal. Now she is the carrier, and when this affected son is marrying to a normal female, the result is carrier son, carrier daughter, and normal daughter, normal son. Same thing is shown here. The parental crosses are there. Genotype is HA, A is healthy, and S is sickle substituted hemoglobin, that is sickle shape. And HA, HS, these are heterozygous conditions. 1:2:1. So they are showing the Mendelian ratio 1:2:1, and these are the sufferers. HS, homozygous condition is the sufferer. Now see this, the healthy RBC is like this, biconcave. The shape of the healthy RBC is like this, normal red blood cell, and this is the sickle cell anemia. Here the red blood cell shape is like sickle. Now what difference does it make? Here the blood can flow unrestricted, see, and here the blood cannot flow unrestricted because sickle cells are blocking. The sickle cells are blocking the vessels. So these sickle cells are blocking the blood flow. So this is the condition which is called sickle cell anemia. Now see here, as I told you, that this is the normal red blood cell and this is the sickle shaped red blood cells. Now what changes are taking place? The DNA sequence, here the 7 codes are shown, and out of these 7 codes, at the 6th codon, 7 codons are there. At the 6th codon, these are the amino acids which are formed by these codons. So 6th codon, in spite of this GAG, it becomes GUG, and this is forming the glutamic acid, and this is forming mutant valine. So this is the mutant, and this mutant is forming valine, and because of this valine, the red blood cells will become sickle shaped. So the change in amino acid sequence causes hemoglobin molecules to crystallize when oxygen levels in the blood are low. As a result, red blood cells sickle and get stuck in small blood vessels. So they block the blood flow, and this is the condition sickle cell anemia.